of the EU budget support to Liberia. Ministry of Finance and Development Planning, second floor conference room, May 13, 2025, at this time. We now have welcome remarks by the Honorable Canon G. Brunson, Deputy Minister for Budget and Development Planning, Ministry of Finance. Madam Brunson.
Thank you. Good afternoon to everyone. Your Excellencies, Ambassador of the European Union, distinguished members of the EU delegation, honorable ministers and officials, other development partners if present, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the government of Liberia and the Ministry of Finance and Development Planning, I'm honored to welcome you to this important signing ceremony, marking the continuation of the European Union's budget support to Liberia. Today's occasion is more than a ceremonial event. It is an reaffirmation of our shared commitment to development, democratic governance, and the well-being of the Liberian people. The EU support comes at a critical moment when we work to address fiscal constraints while protecting and advancing gains in key sectors such as transparency and accountability, economic management, agriculture, and public financial management. This partnership demonstrates the EU confidence in the reforms we are undertaking. It also challenges us to do more to improve transparency, accountability, and results across the government. We take this challenge seriously. We are particularly grateful for the EU's flexible and responsive support model, which aligns with our development priorities and strengthens government ownership. The predictability of budget support is helping us plan better targets, public spending more effectively, and deliver on priorities of the arrest agenda. Allow me to assure our EU partners that we remain committed to prudent fiscal management, policy reforms, and delivering tangible results for our citizens. This support will go directly to ensuring better services, building systems, and empowering institutions that serve the Liberian people. Together, I believe we can make progress step by step towards a more resilient, inclusive, and prosperous Liberia. Thank you and welcome.
Thank you very much, Madam Minister. We will now have response from Her Excellency Luna Dipes, Ambassador of the European Union delegation to Liberia. Her Excellency.
Good afternoon to you all. Members of Parliament, my dear colleagues, Ambassador of France, Ambassador of Sweden, Chancellor of Ireland, colleagues from the World Bank. We are really delighted to finally sign this financing agreement for European Union budget support to the Republic of Liberia, which is comprised of 56 million euros grant, which is about $62 million, American dollars, in grants, of direct budget support to the Treasury, and 7 million euro grants for complementary measures. Of course, with the ultimate goal of increasing Liberia's autonomy with less dependency on external financing sources. The European Union's use of direct budget support reflects our confidence in the government of Liberia's commitment to pursue ambitious reforms, promote accountability, and improve financial governance. And this funding modality demonstrates a strong partnership and shared goals between the European Union and Liberia in promoting good governance and sustainable development. For the complementary measures, the project is foreseen to be managed by Swedish SIDA. It will be comprised of 3 work streams: improve public finance management systems and domestic revenue mobilization, including in the sector of natural resources. Secondly, stronger accountability and transparency through civil society, and better capacitated audit systems. And this signing, of course, is really the culmination of many, many, many months of engagements, of conversations, of discussions, negotiations with the government of Liberia, and we want to thank all the ministries, agencies and commissions that were engaged in this discussion to share with us your assessment of the needs and challenges, to present to us the government of Liberia reform agenda, and to take the time to reflect how these policy objectives could best translate in a transformational but also realistic and measurable indicators over the coming 3 years. And of course we know this is only the start of the journey, because now the real work starts. So we need to keep on engaging very regularly until the government of Liberia can submit a disbursement request, hopefully still this year, so that hopefully we could still disperse about 22 million euros maximum into the treasury in 2025. Just to say a few words on the reforms that we're hoping to strengthen this way is to strengthen public finance management and oversight systems, to enhance domestic revenue mobilization, particularly from the natural resources sector, to improve transparency and accountability, and to create a more conducive business environment for investment in local rice value chains, and also to reinforce Liberia's network of protected areas. So we look forward to continue to work with you so that this program can be a successful indicator of the achievement and the implementation of Liberia's ambitious reforms. So we look forward to a very robust and constructive policy dialogue, continued policy dialogue. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Very Excellencies, various ambassadors of the European Union member states here present at the signing ceremony, Mr. Auditor General of the Government of Liberia, members of the senior management team of the Ministry of Finance here present, other officials of government here present. At this time, it is my pleasure and honor to now invite the Honorable Augustin Kweke Kafwan, Minister of Finance and Development Planning, who will now make special remarks on behalf of the government and people at this signing ceremony. Honorable Kafwan.
Thank you very much, Madam Ambassador, our good friend. It's good to see you here again, along with a strong team, the French ambassador, our good friend, the Swedish ambassador, the Irish chargé d'affaires, and World Bank senior economists and the team. Let me recognize the Auditor General of the Republic of Liberia, Honorable Gaston Jackson, sitting on my immediate left. And we have some other government officials here. I see Honorable Ato Masakwe, the head of the Bureau of State Food Enterprises. I see Zenyes from the IATIA, Liberia Extractive Industries Transparency Initiative. I see Mr. David Akwe, Deputy Minister at the Ministry of Agriculture, and our acting Deputy Minister for Administration at the Ministry of Finance, Honorable Paul Lamy, and the Controller and Accountant General of the Republic of Liberia, Honorable Elwood Nete, and my Deputy Minister for Budget and Planning, Honorable Daniel Bronson, and all officials and technicians of government here present, members of the full estate. On behalf of His Excellency President Joseph Newman Boyka and the government and people of Liberia, I want to leave profuse thanks to the EU ambassador and true hope to the entire European Union community for this generous support. This support is a grant, it's not a loan. That's one of the positive differences. It's a grant to the people of Liberia, through the government of Liberia, for 3 years, in the amount of 56 million euro, which translates to about 62 million US dollars as at this rate. And that another supplementary support through CEDA that goes to also enhancing public financial management in the tune of 7 million. And this support will go to capacitating the GSC and enhancing our efforts in public financial management and transparency. The budget support comes directly to the government budget. It is a vote of confidence in the reform that we've initiated, working in partnership with the EU and other partners. We have agreed indicators, and we have a policy dialogue framework that we take very seriously. The aim is to always proceed in ways to justify support. What this support is going to help us to do is to strengthen our ability to generate revenue for ourselves. Ultimately, we want to reach a point where we depend largely, almost 100%, on our own resources for the development of this country. We are on that path. Last year, of the $738 million budget, we raised $698 million through domestic resource mobilization. So that was upwards, I think, of 90%. So we intend that the government's contribution to the budget will continue to increase as we expand the tax base through a package of measures, including principally improving efficiency. This month, the LRA is going to launch a major digitization effort. We are making processes more efficient. We are making processes faster because it is said time is money. Sometimes delay may cost us more than even some other issues. So we are having impatience with delay. That's why we're having these deep dive sessions all across the government, primarily aimed at understanding the challenges so that we can collectively agree on how we unlock them. And some of the problems we identify may be because of some of the partner arrangements. So we are concluding compacts with the various ministries and agencies. We're at Public Works last Tuesday. We're at Ministry of Agriculture last Wednesday, and Health, Ministry of Health. Today we're at Mines and Energy. On Thursday we'll be at Education. In the next week, we're going to the Liberia Electricity Corporation, where we're going to talk energy. With LC, with the Bureau Electricity, agency, and that also the Liberia Electricity Regulatory Authority and others in that sector. We are talking deep about the challenges and what we can do. One, we're discussing the government's budget. How are we moving? The efficiency of budget execution and what actions we can take, what we can do differently so that we move faster. Then we're discussing partner support. We do not want projects to delay so much such that if you say a project should be executed in 4 years, the government of Liberia takes 6, 7, or 8 years. We want resources to flow to the places we want them. All across the country, there is a huge yearning for progress, and the president has tasked us to move faster. I want to, in this public manner, say thanks to the Auditor General and his team. They've been performing, under stressful conditions. Everyone is giving them tasks, and they are performing. It is our duty to resource them. Through the government budget, we want to try to do more, and through partner support, we must all do more. Because, as I usually say, the reward for doing a good job is the burden to do more. The Auditor General and his team have been doing good jobs. They have been giving enormous burdens, but we need to finalize the burden and not just put it on their heads. So I want to say thank you, Madam Ambassador. We are going to work with all the stakeholders who will help us to make sure that we meet all the indicators, and that stakeholders including heads of ministries, agencies, and commissions, stakeholders including other branches of government that are critical players in the budget process. So with these few remarks, I want to say again on behalf of President Joseph Newman Walker and the government, the people of Liberia, to say thank you to the EU family. You've been a friend indeed. We are at pivotal times. We've been facing some turbulence on some fronts. In some respects, some of our partners have been backpedaling on commitments, canceling commitments, but you are front pedaling on commitment. You are delivering on commitment. And in one instance where one of our partners was stepping down on support, you were stepping up on support. So we want to say thank you, Liberian people remember you. You are doing for us so that we can do for ourselves. Tomorrow, the ultimate aim is to transform the lives of people across the 15 counties in this country. And on behalf of those people who are not here to join me, I want to say thank you. You are doing it for Liberia, and we as a government will try as much as possible to be worthy recipient of the support. Thank you.
Okay, we now move to part 2, which is the signing of the budget support and finance in Liberia. That will be signed between the Federal Minister of Finance and the EU budget.
So for us, this is so important that it is signed by our headquarters, by the director, so higher, and the minister.
Okay, we'll have photograph. We'll have a photo.